In the small town of Ravenswood, Emily loved nothing more than spending her weekends rummaging through the dusty attics of her grandmother's home. Last Saturday, as the first chill of autumn whispered through the trees, she embarked on an exploration that would forever change her understanding of family heritage. Emily's grandmother, a woman of many stories herself, had always hinted at the mysteries contained in the home she was raised in. The main focus of Emily's curiosity was an old-fashioned wooden chest, carved intricately with vines, which had been passed down over generations. Upon opening the chest, Emily was greeted by the scent of rosemary and aged paper. Inside was a collection of meticulously kept letters, each tied with a satin ribbon and carefully labeled with dates and names. Most were conventional letters, but one stood apart, yellowed and worn, sealed with a wax emblem. The letter was addressed to Eleanor, her great-great-grandmother, and curiously bore no return address. She gently broke the wax seal and unfolded it. The neat little handwriting was a stark contrast to the paper's brittleness. The letter began with a warm greeting but soon switched tones to something more cryptic. The letter's cryptic message spoke of secrets like the winds, carrying the power to change paths forever. It entrusted a secret to Eleanor, hinting that understanding rested beneath the family's roots where stories first sprouted, where only the light of morning touches. Emily's heart raced. The poetic yet cryptic nature of the message ignited within her a curious flame that yearned to be quenched only by understanding its riddle. Puzzled but determined, Emily approached her grandmother with the letter. Her grandmother's eyes widened as she read it. Her grandmother chuckled, suggesting the letter was likely written by Elijah, her great-great-grandfather's closest friend. With relentless curiosity, Emily followed the letter's clue, beneath our family's roots where stories first sprouted. Her grandmother led them to an oak tree in the backyard, a tree rumored to have been planted by Eleanor herself. As the morning light slanted perfectly, Emily noticed the glint of something metallic beside the roots. Excitedly, she dug with her hands, uncovering an old tin box. Inside the tin box, Emily found a scattering of photographs of people from another era, a worn diary, and a key, its purpose unknown. She turned to her grandmother, who tapped her chin thoughtfully, recognizing the key as resembling one to an old stable on the original Ravenswood estate. Days turned into weeks as Emily deciphered the diary's content and traced the scattered lineage wherever records would allow. She learned not just of connections to past estates, but of familial hardships, triumphs, and love stories long forgotten. The stable kept its door locked, leaving Emily to wonder what secrets it had hidden all these years. But the quest for answers drew her closer to the stories of her ancestors, shaping the narrative of her own life. In unraveling one mystery, Emily had stitched together the fabric of her forgotten lineage, renewing the family's name in the history that nearly faded away. Through a single letter, a lost piece of family history was not only preserved but cherished. The discovery inspired future generations in Ravenswood to not just live their stories, but leave behind pieces for others to find. Emily found her place among them, a new archivist in a line of forgotten historians.